Hello friends and welcome into Fantasy Pros MLB. I'm Chris Welsh and we are back for more trade talk. That's right, some buys, some sells for our first edition in May. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. I've got a little to do for you. I want you to subscribe to the channel because I want you, yes, you, to win our awesome Trophy Smack Championship belt, courtesy of Trophy Smack, of course. Because all you've got to do is subscribe to the channel and make comments, and when you do, you might win awesome stuff just like this. This amazing championship belt could be yours, and we're going to be announcing it on the channel. So, subscribe, make a comment on this video or any video, and you're entered in seconds, and you could be the winner of this amazing championship belt. So make sure you've got notifications on, because when we announce it, we don't want you to miss it, and you'll be notified of all the awesome videos that we've got going on this channel. All right, friends, let's dive in. We've got players to buy, and we've got players to sell, so let's go. First up, Chicago Cubs, Chris Morel, we are buying. His 7 homers and 3 stolen bases have been solid. But owners, they see that sub-220 batting average staring them right in the face. He's oddly struggled also against righties this year, hitting just 206, where he's traditionally hit 247 and 251 against over the last 2 seasons. Where that may be more of an anomaly that fixes itself, it's starting to pair with some other positives, and this is why we're buying. He's in the top 25 percentile of the league in hard hit percentage and barrel percentage. He's got a 269 expected batting average versus that current poor batting average. And this is what I really love, his strikeout rate has cut dramatically this season from 31% last year, and it's still in May, sitting around 21%. The lowered K rate looks more sustainable as well as his chase rate has dropped. Morel is going to go through some highs and lows, but he may end the season as like a 30 homer, 20 stolen base guy. And this is a good time to buy when he's in one of those down periods. Moving over to a sell, we're selling Los Angeles Angels pitcher Tyler Anderson. Though he's not a big name by any means, he has put up just over a 2 ERA with a 1.07 whip this year. Awesome. In our current pitching landscape, beggars really can't be choosers, but Anderson isn't someone I'm buying long-term through the year. Besides the obvious team context behind him, he has one of the biggest expected ERA differentials to his actual ERA in baseball. It's right around 2.5 run difference, 4.7 expected ERA versus that right over 2 ERA that I told you about. His four-seam fastball velo, it's down from last season, and it's averaging under 90 miles per hour. His walks, they're over 10%, and batters, they're barreling over 10% against him right now. What can you actually get for him? Well, you tell me. Tell me in the comments below. But I'm not buying long-term production for this really low ERA. So if I can get something that I think holds longer, I'm going to make that move because I think the rug is going to get pulled under from Tyler Anderson very soon. So let's buy a pitcher. We're going to New York Yankees, Luis Gil. There is a Blake Snell-ness to Gil. Big strikeouts and big walk issues. He's got a 15% walk rate, which is terrifying, and maybe the thing that makes him and keeps him available. What's encouraging? He's got a 3.19 ERA and a 2.29 expected ERA, which is near the best in baseball. He's got a 30% K percentage paired with some of the lowest expected batting average against and lowest hard hit rates against from hitters. Gil's fastball has done much of the damage, but his fastball, slider, and change all have an expected batting average under 200 against from hitters. So far this year, the first inning has been an absolute killer for Gil, as he has almost double the walks in the first inning than any other inning pitched. But he has just 3 walks over his last 2 starts and is coming off of a 9K performance against the Orioles. Gil is just gonna have high walks, but he might keep racking up strikeouts and be a mid-3 ERA guy the rest of the year that's going to pair with a bunch of wins from the New York Yankees. So if someone isn't sold, I'm making that move to try to get Luis Gil now. Next up, we are selling new San Diego Padres Luis Arraez. Obviously, Luis Arraez is going into a better situation in San Diego. As a matter of fact, there's over a run, almost a run and a half differential between these two teams. Miami scoring under 4 runs per game. And the San Diego Padres actually 4th in scoring in MLB, averaging over 5 runs per game. So that is a net positive for Luis Arraez, who is going to lead off for this team. So why are we selling? Well, we are selling the hype. This is our opportunity to sell that hype Because at the end of the day, Luis Ariz is still the countless stat player. He has 0 homers and 0 stolen bases. Guess what? Even with the Padres, not a lot of that's going to change. He's going into a less hitter-friendly environment for homers. He already doesn't steal bases, and yes, he will score more runs with the Padres. That is the big net positive, but there's no outlook that the actual counting stats are going to change. So this is an opportunity to get out from Luis Ariz while the hype is there. And most likely the runs are going to go up, and that is what we are selling. We are selling the new hype of him being on a better team, people getting their expectations up. In a points league, this is a little bit different. I'm not making this move in a points league simply because he's more of an advantage, a better asset. But in category and head-to-head, this is him off the bad team, and we are selling the up, even though what's actually going to offensively change is minimal in the runs. He unfortunately is still overrated in those category-based leagues. So this, or in the very near future as he stacks in some hits, in that very first game he had 4 hits in his debut. We're taking the hype of Luis Ariz and we are selling him high. That's the key. We are selling him high for the people that have beautiful, lofty expectations. Finally, we're going to go to a big buy, and we are buying Atlanta Braves first baseman Matt Olson. Matt Olson, you say? Yes, he has been pretty miserable so far this year. He's hitting under 200 with 3 homers into May, and there are people that are terrified that the home run champ just isn't going to right the ship. But as I said, I'm buying some of the stuff with Olson under the hood that makes me think this is going to turn around soon. He has an almost 60-point higher expected batting average, which is at 257. We would kill to have a 257 average from Olson right now. He's got the highest average exit velocity of his career, which is over 94 miles per hour, and his hard hit rate is the highest of his career as well, at over 58%. He's underperforming against fastballs, hitting just 234 versus an over 300 last season, but it's been the off-speed and breaking stuff which has killed him. He's got an over 40% whiff rate against. All these things aside, Olson does have a history of starting off slow. Last year, he started off slow, hitting 245 and 215 through April and May, respectively. The difference in that time, though, is he had 17 home runs while he was struggling with some of that batting average, though 245 isn't a big struggle to start the year. He's got some catching up to do, but this is just around the best time to buy low on the big Braves slugger. And there you guys have it. Those are the players that are swirling around in my trade brain. But what do you think? Who are you guys making trades for? Put them in the comments below, because guess what? When you do, yes, that's right, you can be entered in to win the Trophy Smack Championship belt. That bad boy can be yours just by subscribing to the channel and making comments on this video or any of our videos. We're giving these bad boys away. And this championship belt, that is the ultimate prize for a fantasy baseball champion through the gauntlet of this season. So again, subscribe to the channel, make comments, and you guys have an opportunity to win. And make sure you have notifications on, because how bad would it be if you won and you didn't even know about it? Yeah, we announce the winners on these videos and on our channel. So get notified. We got lots of great content that's going out there, and you can be a winner. And there you go, friends. That is it. Hey, I also want to thank you guys. You guys got us to over 20,000 subs on the FantasyPros MLB YouTube channel, which is awesome. It's why we can do amazing, cool stuff. So thank you to you. And if you guys want, you guys can hang out with me Monday through Friday on Leading Off, which is 12:30 p.m. Eastern every single day. And you can follow me on X at @IsItTheWelsh to talk more baseball. Thanks again. That's going to do it. We'll talk to you next time right here on FantasyPros MLB. Peace.